Well, here we are. That's the thing about going live. Some will say something. Well, look, I just got to say, I've been trying to share as much as I can lately with what I'm doing on this current project here in the Mendips, or near Western actually, but we're not far from the Mendips. If you just have a look, just behind me, it's a beautiful location. I think the Mendips are over that direction. But I just want to say a big thanks. There's been so many likes and such a positive response lately. I really appreciate it, and it's I want you guys to get involved. I want you to ask questions about what I'm doing, and I want to just share what I'm doing. And if I'm doing something wrong, like my hair at the moment, if I'm doing something wrong, just need to tell me, and I'll listen. And I value everything that you say. Just be nice. That's all. It's as simple as that. But I want to show you the current project. I'm going to show you from here. This is, you've seen where we're looking. This is the view from the new patio over this direction generally, and it's a beautiful location, a great job, and the clients are really nice. They've been great. They have asked us for a few extras. That's fine, that's no problem at all, but we need to get on with the jobs that we've been commissioned to. There's the house behind me. I'm not showing exactly where we are because it's all about private. Let's go over here, be able to show you around here. I wonder if I can turn the camera around. You'll be able to have a look. Let me just turn the camera around now. Here we go. Well, this is where we started. This is the side walkway that takes you into the project itself. And as you can see, we've got this rendered wall. There was a brick wall there before. It wasn't a brilliant wall, but what we've done, we've put a mesh over the top of it. We've rendered it. We've used a very sharp sand with that, and it's come out good. In places, I'm going to have to use some exterior filler. And we've got this coping stone on the top. We had to cut that to a specific size. That was cut from a 600 by 600 Brazilian slate. It's all looking a bit dirty at the moment, but we've had a lot of dust everywhere. These are the treads I've been using. They've got a ball nose. They're 1 meter by 300, so they work perfectly with the planks that are 300. So that's a common denominator for the size, and you'll be able to see the steps in a minute. But the render was good. The only problem we had here was that this balcony was just sitting on there. It's not in anything whatsoever. I'm not quite sure how it was built, and it's nothing to do with me. It's just it was sitting on the existing wall. So what we had to do, we had to prop up those legs, and then we had to try and install the copings underneath, which it worked. It really did work. We are near, it's not a main road, but a sort of main road as far as the countryside go. They get a bit of traffic sometimes, but not a huge amount. But look, if I just turn around here, you can see we're under the balcony now. You can see the garden over there, and just my colleague just getting away. You can see it's a great view from here. So we come down the side here, and we've used these porcelain planks, and these are from Cardiff Slate and Stone, and good company, family run company to work with. We've got another cut to go there, and what we're going to be doing in the top of those what I call a hopper, those drains, is that we're going to be using an alloy grid on the top. It'll just blend in with the paving perfectly. So we've got a half bond format through here now, and what we've done, we've cut the planks down to a 150 there coming round. Okay, so we've got a contrasting edge, and then it goes into a linear shape over there. This is the ruby that I've been using. This is the machine that's been doing all the cutting, and well, there you are. It's a DX250 1400, and as people have rightly pointed out, that is a ceramic blade. It is not a porcelain blade. Okay, let's put that over. It is not a porcelain blade, and but I've been waiting for my new porcelain blade to come, and I can honestly say that ceramic blade has been unbelievable in respect of what it's actually cut. I've used it, I've made use of it. I didn't have a blade available, and I've been using this ceramic blade, and as long as you run it through a different material, it takes away all the binding from between the diamond here and the end of the blade. There's little bits of diamond on there, and it takes all the binding, all the build up that you have sometimes, and it just slows the blade down. It's not so effective, but it's worked perfectly. That's the DX 1400, the 250 1400. And when I first got it, I really thought that it was too big for me, but I can honestly say once I've emptied the water out of the reservoir there, it's got a nice little plug here. I normally empty it into a wheelbarrow which goes straight underneath here, and in the morning the water in the wheelbarrow or the residue falls to the bottom, and you're able to tip the clean water out and reuse it. It's so important to recycle. But that reservoir, there's a little tray, it does slide out. Okay, yeah, it's looking dirty at the moment, but we've been using it, and we do wash it down mostly every other day at least. That's where the pump is. We take the pump out, we give that a good clean as well. But as you can see, that's the DX 250 1400, a fantastic saw. If you look there, I've got the dropper, the 250 to 110 on top of the wall, not on the top of the paving. If you have a look from this side now, over here, there's going to be some metal steps that's going to lead to this part of the property, which is a chapel. Yeah, all be revealed later on about that. So there's going to be some metal steps on this side. If we look down here from this side now, you'll be able to see the scope of the works that we've been actually doing. Okay, we've got the porcelain planks laid at a diagonal. Okay, we've actually got the steps over there. You can see the steps that are at a diagonal, but the wall that creates the split level between the two areas, well, there's going to be a third area that's been done in a very curvaceous, meandering shape, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and that just softens everything up because everything's at diagonals. The reason it's at diagonals, one of the fundamental things that I had to consider here was that when you come out the back door over there and you go down to the next area, the steps before, it was just a straight wall. It was absolutely boring. So what I've done, everything's been built really around the steps, and they are at a diagonal. Okay, and they are more or less nearly center of the overall width of the patio, and that takes you, sends down to the lower area over here. So this is, before we go down there and have a look now, you can actually see this is the olive tree that we've tried to save. Okay, not sure whether it's going to go over. We've cut it back and we've dropped it down, and the client wanted to try and keep it, but also he's prepared that if it did die or it was affected by its movement, because we had to drag it this way, we had to pull it over here from the wall to get it in, to make the old shape actually work. And we've got it in, so we'll see. He's prepared to change it over for one of those bigger, older, well, more mature trees if it comes to that. Well, let's have a look over here. You can see the shape which is created there. It's a bit of a an elliptic shape, like a fish. And then what we're going to have, we are going to have this little contrasting edge, this little brick sweeping around on that side as well. But there's a coping stone that's got to go on the top of that wall yet. So let's have a look over here. We're going to try and get that over here today. And those pipes there aren't drainage. You can see how it works towards the door there. Let's step down here now. Just on the way down, you can see the trays are in place. There was two. We were really lucky with this property. It's a combined foul storm system. There's another one over there. These are the steps. They're 1 meter by 300, and we've done them in a half bond format. They're a nice width for the proportion of this patio or this terraced area. Let's go down here now. You can see the coping stones along the wall. Just look along there now. And what we've done, we stuck those down with Mapai. I think there's 4 over there that has to be re-stuck down because we've laid them on mortar first. Let me just show you these pipes now, what I was talking about. They got the pipes on this side here. The reason we've put those pipes in is these are for our clients' bottles of alcohol, wine, champagne, whatever. And believe you me, he will fill it with that. Well, there you are. You can see the wall. The wall in stone that we've used here is literally just picked off the quarry face at the top there. It's an old obsolete quarry, and this is what was all available. I mean, even to try and dress it up was a complete nightmare because it just crumbles. It's a limestone. It's not good, okay, but it's looking good. I'm pleased with it. The client's pleased with it. Even an architect that came here the other day thought it looked good, considering the stone that we were actually using. And you can see across there, it's not looking bad at all. So we got a few more pipes over there. You wanted a few more randomly placed in the wall there. Didn't want them laid in any pattern. Got, like I said, the coping stone to go on the top of there, and then we've got a pave all the way around here. But it's all looking good, and it's great showing you these projects now, okay? It's great showing you now, but they look a lot better when it's all cleaned up. The garden furniture in, the garden lights are in, and there's some plants in there. We are thinking about putting maybe a water feature in a Mediterranean urn there, cascading over the side, okay? Not quite sure at the moment, but we've talked about it. That wall needs to be painted. The doors are going to be changed, and apparently the doors are going to be like a green, okay, like a Farrenborg green. I don't know what sort of colour, exactly what it's called, but that's the sort of colour. So they want to try and blend that in. Personally, I would have done that wall maybe in a warm Mediterranean colour, okay? That's what I would have done it in, but I don't know, it may work. I hope it does anyway. So you can see there's a bag of Mapai over there, fast set flexible adhesive, and I tell you something now, it works absolutely brilliant. It's an exterior product as well as interior, fast set, and it does work. You know, I mean, it does go off. It holds units on walls as well if you want to lay them in a vertical format. Let's just swing over here. If you've got any questions you want to ask me at the moment, please feel free. So we're pushing over in this direction. That's going to be our next level over here where this table is. We have to pave this. It's not a big area, but there's a little bit of fiddling around to do. And the other thing, of course, whoever did the patio before, I'm not whinging or whining on it, but none of it was actually straight all the way across there. So we've cut this down here. We've tried to go as tight as we can to the hedge, but as you can see, the client is undercut there, or it's not growing as well, that hedge. So hopefully once we've got the edging perimeter in, this patio is going to look a lot better, and you won't see so much of that hedge. So there you are. I'm going to just step down onto the next level here, because this is where the next step's going to be. Okay, we're going to put the steps again at a diagonal. So I'm going to just make my way over here before I fall over. So the steps down here are going to be in a diagonal format, the same as those steps up here. And if you look from here, the stonework's looking good. Stonework, you know, it doesn't look good when you first laid it, but as it starts to weather and the cement starts to dry, it doesn't look so bad. I've tried to lay the stone as tight as I possibly could, but it really is a real mixed bag of stone. I mean, when you try and dress it, unless you've spent all day cutting it, and even then, when you cut it, you know, if you cut it too much, it doesn't look good anyway, because it looks too contrived. You want it to look natural, and I can assure you that will look good, and I'll have a Mediterranean feel about the whole look of this garden. It's a good area. I like it, and we got to a point now where I'm feeling a lot better. We've got, like I said, a few more cuts over on this side just to do, and bring over, get the coping stone on that wall today, get that finished off, and then hopefully we can do a little bit more on here today, because one of the biggest things about this project is our client knows that on Thursday I am heading towards London, because I'm going up to help Gareth Wilson of GK Garden Services up in Glossop, to help him build a Chelsea garden. I don't care whether I'm just on the shovel or not. You know, the fact is that it's a great opportunity. I've just seen a little bit of pointing that's got to be done over there. So I've been given a fantastic opportunity to be working with Gareth Wilson, and I can't wait to do it. So there we are. I like to share everything I do on a day-to-day basis, and the reason for that is that somebody may actually learn from what I'm doing, and then because of the comments, I may be learning from you guys as well. I'm just going to turn the camera around now. Here I am. I'm definitely going to have my haircut before I head up towards Chelsea. Look, thanks very much for all you guys and girls and people from all over the world that actually watch the videos. And if you want to give it a like, that's absolutely fine. If you don't want to give it a like, that's fine as well, you know. But the most important thing is there's no need to be nasty in any way, you know. It's all about constructive criticism, and the idea of the video is that some people will learn from it, and from your comments I will take it on board, and I will look at it in a constructive manner, and I will value it. And if it is the case that I can change something, so be it, because we're all not perfect. It's as simple as that. So look, thanks very much for watching this video. I am going to give some more regular updates. I haven't done a live video on YouTube for some time. I'm about to hit 3 million views, and the subscribers are growing every day. If you could be so kind to like and share, that would be absolutely fantastic. In the meantime, have a great day. If you need any advice, or if you need any help, or if you just want to talk about anything, my email is info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk, or go to the website, which is www.greentoplandscapes.co.uk. Also, you got to remember is we do run a landscaping forum on Facebook, and it's called Landscaping Survival with Johnyboy. That may be back to front at the moment. Landscaping Survival with Johnyboy, and it's a great community, and everybody's there to help. Thanks very much. That's it. Thanks for the like. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.